There are experiences in life that can't be explained through logic alone. Moments when something unseen steadies us, softens us, or brings us back into alignment. Today, we are exploring healing energies and frequencies not as abstract concepts, but as mirrors reflecting how deeply connected we truly are to ourselves, each other, and with the universe. Welcome to the Soul Mirror podcast, where we look beneath the surface of our experiences to uncover the patterns shaping our inner and outer worlds. I'm your host, Shreya, and today I'm joined by Dr. Gretta Chamberlain, Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine, international remote energy healer, author, recording artist, and channel for the realm of beings. In this conversation, we'll explore healing energies and frequencies, how they influence the nervous system, consciousness, and our capacities to return to balance with unconditional love. Welcome, Dr. Greta. I'm honored to have you on my show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here with you, Tria. Thank you.
And Dr. Greta, I'm so curious, when you reflect on your journey, when did you first realize that healing wasn't only physical or emotional, but deeply energetic?
When did I learn that? I've been doing this work for about 40 years now. So I was in my 30s, I think, when I started. And I learned uh, to do my work by way of remote. I go remote. So it connected me by learning that through Dr. Irene Hickman. She's no longer in this reality. She's made her transition, but she was an osteopathic medical doctor here. I think she lived in Massachusetts or someplace like that. But I spent 3 days with her. And in spending those 3 days, along with 20 other people, she taught us how to how to go remote because I did not know anything about that. And in fact, I hadn't done any healing work at that point at all. And her thing was basically to remove low vibrational beings that might have attached to us in some way. She taught us how to work with earthbounds. Those are people, individuals who have made their transition but have not gone to the transitional portal, is what we call it. They hang around on earth. Some people call them ghosts. So, but sometimes they do jump into you. So that was my beginning of just learning how to do that and how to go remote. After I learned that, then the realm of beings, they've been with me ever since I was a little girl, and they stepped forward and started teaching me. In teaching me how to do the work, I had to deal with energy because that's how I first became aware of energy. So they've taught me how to go inside a person's body
Mhm.
to do the healing work from the inside, inner being. Like we can go inside a cell, and I'm using the pronoun we for a particular reason because I recognize that I don't do this work by myself, but I do it with the realm of beings. So and they guide me through the work. So I learned about energy. How do you use energy to heal? So that was the first start of that. Now I can segue 40 years later, and I'm used to working with different types of energies, different colors, because frequencies have colors for me in the work that I do and working with vibrations. Um, and I started, being exposing myself to, singing bowls, wedding bowls, um, and I was a musician as well, so sound was very important to me then. At that time, I was doing a lot of singing mainly, and my daughter's father was a musician, so I was around musicians all the time. And then I met a gentleman, I think he was the, musical director. It wasn't for Thelonious Monk. It was another gentleman, I can't pull his name out of my memory right now, but he was the, musical director for this very famous trumpet player, and he had gone to Japan and studied there, um, and I met him, I don't know how, somehow we got connected, and he started talking to me about the method that he had learned in Japan, which was you would take the person's name, first name, last name, or the name that they were given at birth, because the name that you are given at birth is your energy signature. Like in some cultures, people take on the last names, either the last names of the mother or the last names of the father. You So that really wouldn't count. What counts, what name were you given at birth? So from with the techniques that he learned in Japan, he would create compositions based on the frequency of your name. And I'm sure he intuited this or channeled it, created a whole composition around just your name. He would send that out to the person, and then, you would play it, and it would help heal your body because your signature was there, so he created a whole song around your frequency of your name and you would play it, and it could heal you. So that was my first really first introduction into how sound how frequencies of sound and vibratory rates and so forth can actually affect your health. So that was the beginning, and then I got into, with people with tuning forks, although I never really, did the tuning. But you were gonna ask me a question, Sharia.
Yeah, this is truly wonderful, and thank you for sharing your story. And also, many people hear the words energy or frequency and assume they are abstract or disconnected from daily life. What do you think we most often misunderstand about energetic healing?
Hmm. Um, I found that quite a few people don't really understand energy,
Mm,
that, um that it's taken in some instances, it's taken very lightly. Like in the work I do, I'm always asking the person after I've finished working with them, I ask them, "How do you feel? Are you feel tingly? Do you have a headache? Do you feel nauseated?" Because now I carry a lot of energy myself, and then I'm wielding a lot of energy. But you have to, look at how old the person is. Like, if it's a baby, like yesterday, I was working on a baby that's in the womb of the mother. So I wield a lot of energy, but I can only do 2,000 electromagnetic units for the baby, whereas for an adult, I might be up to 75,000,000 electromagnetic units. So I know that the energy that you use depends on the condition that the person is in, if they're used to having energy work done with them and to make sure that they haven't done energy work with someone else and then come to you. There was one gentleman, when I go remotely and I look at you, I can know if you if I see red coming extending itself outside of your body, it's going to mean one of 3 things. 1, that you became so angry about something that it couldn't even be contained in your body. It has to extend outward. Or it could mean that you're not feeling well and you have a fever. Or it can mean that you went somewhere and had some energy work done on you, like, Therify is a system that's used, EE system is used, radionics. Different people are using different machines to do energy, and it's all based on frequency, you know? So, I will tell that, like, one gentleman, he that I'm still facilitating for, I call it facilitation. He, had gone somewhere, he was having the Therify system and the, EE system, but this particular day, he had done the Therify system, and he told me, he said, "Well, the gentleman who did it with him said, 'Well, you're going to tingle.'" But what the gentleman didn't understand that was running the machine was that if somebody's tingling because you're doing energy work on them, you are doing too much you're using too much energy. So you got to reduce it. So energy is very important. I had a lady, I was at the Conscious Life Expo. No, I was yes, I was. I was at the Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles, California. It's going to be coming up in February, at the end of February. And, I usually do free psychic readings there. And, this one woman came, she was feeling really, really very sick. She was a healer doing healing work in her own right, but she had gone to this, um, lecture or workshop with a lady who was showing another system of healing. I can't remember the name of it now. But at the end, she treated everybody to a healing, and she just, based on what the woman said to me, just gave everybody the healing. So the woman, when she went upstairs to her hotel room, she started feeling sick. She started throwing up, all kinds of stuff. So when she came down, she met Kathleen, who usually signs the people up, and Kathy told her, she said, you need to see Greta." So she came, she explained it to me, and I told her, I said, "You have too much energy. She gave you too much energy. You couldn't s Your body can only tolerate so much." So I had to scan it off energy using energy to scan off energy and brought her back into normalcy, and she was okay. So, it's very important that people be aware of energy, just not walk up there or go to somebody and say and let them do energy work on you. It's very important that you are aware of the strength of energy itself. Mhm. So the album that we produced, um, it's called In Silence, and it has 7 pieces on it. People are using it. Some people, use it to fall asleep by. Some people use it to, uh, just to relax for, because it's very calming. Danielle Heiss is featured on that album, and she does, the singing bowls. So we singing bowls playing with it. Now I asked her when we started the album, I said, "Do you want to change it to 432 hertz. So for your audience, 432 hertz is known as frequencies for healing. And you can go on YouTube and you can find, just put in the search box 432 hertz music. And then you can listen to it, you can meditate to it, and, um, and work on healing because it's a healing frequency.
Yeah.
Now, she said to me, "No," she said, "I'm a purist." So on our album, we did not change the frequency to 432 hertz. That meant we would have to take every crystal bowl sound and frequency of it and change it to 432. But she's a purist. So on our album, you are getting the pure sounds of each of the bowls. Each of the bowls has its own frequency. Now we're using white crystal bowls, which then means you're going to it works with your chakra system to assist in the healing of that. But then you have the voice. See, every word you speak has frequency, every word. So when I'm reading the words, and she's playing and they're the words of the realm of being, and she's playing uh, singing bowls with that. We combined with high frequencies, and it's really a beautiful album. You For your audience, they can find it on YouTube. Just put in my name, Gretta Chamberlain, and put in silence, and then you can different parts of it will pop up. There's 7 pieces altogether. If you want to get the album totally, then you want to go to, Spotify, Apple Music, different other, musical platforms, and you'll be able to find the album there, right? So we use people I've had some people with cancer. There's a piece there called Resurrection. When you resurrect yourself from the darkness, you know, and this album sends you internally, not externally, internally, because the healing takes place internally, because you have to change your thoughts and your emotions. Some people will say, "I have this disease," and then they'll say, "Well, I got it from this or I got it from that." They don't realize that you get it from everything is created from thought and thought and emotion, and that's what our album In Silence, addresses your thoughts, your emotions.
Yeah. And I'll definitely try to attach all these details of your album in the below, because the listeners can find them easily then it. And also, what inner shift do you hope happens if someone listens to this album regularly?
I think one thing that it's going to do, especially if you're a person that has a stressful job or you're under stress of some sort, based on what people have told me that they experience through it, it's very calming. So it reduces the stress. When you reduce the stress, then it's reducing the chemicals that produce the stress. So it's calming your whole body down. That is one thing that you can experience. When you're experiencing calming down and being in ease, then you can better focus on correcting the ailment, um, that you have, you know. Um, like for resurrection, this is one of the quotes from the realm of beings in the album. It said, "Flow into the realm of graciousness and see yourself rising from the darkness into the light. That's just one line, that's on the album From the Realm of Beings. So it says, "And resurrect yourself, so you don't have to stay in any reality that you don't wanna express. You can always change, always. You are never stuck. You can always change anything. I don't care what it is."
This is so, so beautiful, so wonderful. Thank you for sharing this with our audience. So, thank you for sharing your stories, your experiences, your knowledge, your insights. They're really, really supreme. And for my listeners who feel drawn to your work, where is the best place to connect with you?
Right now, the best place would be to, look on, YouTube channel, under Dr. Greta, or just put in my name, Gretta Chamberlain Shorts. For those people who have, WhatsApp, you can even call me on the phone, but I ask that people text me first because I have people that I've worked with, in, New Zealand, England, various countries in South America, Mexico, I don't think I've been Canada, and of course, the United States. So, and the people I work with come from all, nationalities, all cultural frameworks, you know. So, um, so my telephone number where they can text me on WhatsApp is 773-633-1069. 773-633-1069. And, I know or you can just text me regularly by way of my phone number, and I will get back to you, but give me at least a week to get to you, you know, um, because I have quite a few people that are on my docket. People that I'm working with now, some of them have depression, some of them have various, different types of cancers, um, just all kinds of challenges that people come with. Some people even contact me to come and clean out their houses because they some ghosts inside their houses. Let's go remote and move them out, and everybody says, "Oh, it feels so much better." So I said, "That's" so we do I can't even think of something that we have not worked on, to tell you the honest God truth. Um, but and then we teach as we work with people. We give people QDRs, quick displace, replace. How do you work with the unconscious? Because it's the unconscious. We don't deal with Freud's subconscious and the ego and the id and all that. We don't deal with that. We deal with straight consciousness and your unconsciousness. Those are the 2 areas and the energy. The energy. How do you work with the energy? Because the people that I'm working with now, the realm believes that it's important that we teach because we can teach people how to how to work with the energy. Like many of people know, "Oh, Greta, I was feeling I needed to calm down, so I put light blue energy in my body." But we teach people how to work on their own bodies, someti and get to Greta or to get to the other 3, facilitators, that have been in training with me. So, it's important to teach them how they know how to write their own affirmations, they how to do the QDRs, how to displace, replace something. So and I'm very proud of them, the people who That beautiful group. Yeah.
Yes. And I will definitely make sure to attach all these details and links below so that the listeners can find them easily and get in touch with you and know more from you because you're truly, truly an amazing person. And to all my listeners, there is a reflection question for you. If your energy could speak right now, what might it be asking you? To soften, to release, or to receive? And always remember, healing energies and frequencies don't change who we are. They help us remember the harmony that's always been within us. And Dr. Greta, thank you for bringing such depth and grace to this conversation. And to all my listeners, may today's episode invite you to listen not just with your mind, but with your entire being. This is the Soul Mirror podcast. Until next time, stay open to the frequencies of love, balance, and becoming. And do not forget to hit the follow button and feel free to comment down below because your ears deserve premium content. Thank you.